Man kills 3 daughters, one other himself at California church. Sacramento, California AP, a man shot and killed his 3 daughters, their chaperone and himself during a supervised visit with the girls Monday at a church in Sacramento, California, authorities said. Deputies responding to reports of gunfire around 5 p.m. found 5 people dead, including the shooter, at the church in the Arden Arcade neighborhood, said Sergeant Rod Grassman with the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. The victims include 3 girls ages 9, 10, and 13, Grassman said. The shooter was estranged from his daughter's mother who had a restraining order against him, Sheriff Scott Jones said. Investigators believe that the shooting happened during a supervised visit with the children and that the 4th victim was their chaperone, Jones said. The shooter's name wasn't immediately released, but officials said he was 39 years old. An employee of the church in Sacramento heard the gunshots and called 119, Grassman said. Sheriff's office are investigating it as a domestic violence incident, he said. Officials didn't know if the family members belonged to the church, which sits on the mostly residential block near the commercial area east of downtown Sacramento. The church in Sacramento caters for English, Chinese, and Spanish worshippers. According to its website, no events for Monday were listed on its online calendar. Governor Gavin Newsom said his office was working with local law enforcement, another senseless act of gun violence in America. This time in our backyard, in a church with kids inside, absolutely devastating, Newsom said on Twitter. Son dies day after making plans to visit mom. Ocho St. Anne, it was a conversation unlike any they had enjoyed in recent weeks, so Beryl Black Artley and her son Ryan Parry were eager after they spoke on February 23 to spend time with each other. Parry promised to visit her 3 days later at her home in Bog Old, Clarendon. He never made it. A day after they spoke, he died in a car crash along the Discovery Bay Main Road in St. Anne. I'm frightened to hear the Thursday morning that he died. It's sad to think that he was coming to see me and he will never show up. Only who feels it knows, because all now I haven't eaten and I just can't control my tears, Black Artley told the Jamaica Observer. The plan was that when he come on the Saturday, we was going to kill a pig and cook, and he also was going to bring some down to where he live, she added. Parry died along with his children's mother, 40-year-old Kerry Ann Ferragon, while their 11-year-old son Jabari is among those who received treatment at hospital. Reports are that they were among 5 people traveling towards Discovery Bay when the vehicle they were in allegedly overtook a line of traffic and collided with a silver Mercedes. The resulting crash took place about 8 a.m. When me just get the news, me hear that my grandson had died, but me thank God he is still alive. Myself and my daughter will have to take him and take the best care of him, Black Artley said. The 57-year-old said she shared a tightly knit relationship with her son, and his death has been a hard blow. She recalled that great times they shared while spending time at Parry's home in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. Me and my son share a good relationship. I was at his house for over a year, and I can tell you that anything I ask him to do, he get it done. I never call that child and don't get him. Right now it feels like one of my hands cut off because he was the one I could depend upon for any little thing, like money or so, she said. I never had a dull moment with him. Black Artley said she has been relying on God to ease her burden. I have to just pray and ask God to carry me through, and every morning I do my devotion, she said. Man arrested in 2021 for viral video disrespecting MP Holness is suing the government. Shaquille Higgins, a hotel busboy from St. Anne who gained publicity in 2021 for his Menagoin speech, where he made derogatory statements aimed at Prime Minister Andrew Holness while also advising him of his plans to defy the mandate curfew orders, is reportedly suing the government in the Supreme Court. Higgins has hired the services of attorney-at-law Bert Samuels and Charles Ganga Singh to represent him in his case against the government, namely the Attorney General, who is listed as the defendant, that was filed in the court sometimes last week. The following charges have been filed by Higgins: damages for false imprisonment and assault, damages for aggravated and exemplary damages, damages for breach of the Constitution, damages under the Cybercrime Act, as well as any other that the court might deem due to him. In 2021, Higgins recorded a video in which he openly expressed his disapproval of the curfew orders outlined by the Disaster Risk Management Act by the PM. He was videoed saying words such as "Go suck your mother and your oldness, come for me now," while stating his full name and address. Soon later, Shaquille Higgins was arrested on July 27, 2021 by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force (JCF). His arrest had created public outrage where persons began to question the democracy and the freedom of speech in the country. The JCF, however, has maintained that he was taken into custody as a suspect in a larceny case and not because of the statements made in the video. Clarendon businessman freed of causing death by dangerous driving. 70-year-old businessman Peter Thompson was today freed in the St. Catherine Circuit Court for 2 counts of causing death by dangerous driving. Thompson, who is the owner of a Mapen Ice factory in Clarendon, was freed following a non-case submission made by defense lawyers Dwight Reese and Douglas Thompson. Thompson was charged arising from an accident on August 19, 2016 on the P.J. Patterson Highway in which Eric Reed and his wife Alverga died. Thompson was driving his Mercedes-Benz motorcar on the highway near to the Portmore exit when it was alleged that he collided with a Nissan motorcar in which the deceased were passengers in the back seat. The driver of the Nissan motorcar testified that he was traveling between 60 to 80 kilometers when he felt an impact to the rear of his vehicle. A reconstruction expert said under cross-examination that the damage he saw on the Nissan motorcar would be unlikely to have occurred if it was traveling at that speed. He said the damage he saw would more likely occur if the vehicle was traveling at 20 to 30 kilometers or if the vehicle was stationary or reversing. Thompson had contended that the driver of the Nissan motorcar had missed the exit to the Portmore exit and reversed into his car. The construction expert said that based on the damage of the front of Thompson's car, it was consistent with the accused taking evasive action. The defense lawyers, in making a non-case submission, referred to the inconsistency between the prosecution witness and asked the judge to free Thompson. Justice Bertram Morrison held up a no-case submission and ruled that there was no case for Thompson to answer. Vybz Kartel shows support for daughter of co-convict Andre Matsu St. John. Incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel had a close watch on the 2022 Gibson McCook's relay last Saturday, where the daughter of his co-convict Andre Matsu St. John went to dominate the tracks. Olivia St. John's 14 championed the high school girls 100-meter dash and the 4x100 meters relay at the 45th renewal of the Gibson McCook relays held on February 26. Beaming with pride, the Gaza Boss shared the victory in 2 posts on social media, one with the caption "Teddy aka Matsu's daughter faster than a taxi with charter." Be a star there are #Gaza, #Olivia St. John's, #Star Sprinter. In the video, the young St. Diego High School sprinter, who was wearing a yellow top and a green bottom, is seen soaring past her opponents in the 3rd leg of the relay and passing the baton to her teammate. The other video captured Olivia's 100-meter dash as she crosses the finish line, leaving her competitor several yards behind. The promising track and field athlete has established an impressive track record during her short stint at the Games. The St. Diego High School girl, who is among several other up-and-coming sprinters to watch, follows the footsteps of star alumni before her, namely Yuan Blake, Omar Bailey, and Ricardo Williams. Vybz Kartel is co-accused Andre Matsu St. John along with 2 others were sentenced to life imprisonment in 2014 for the murder of Clive Lizard Johnson, which prosecutors say took place at a house in Avondale, St. Andrew in August 2011. The sole eyewitness in the trial, Lamar Weichow, had testified to seeing Matsu standing near Lizard's body with a building block in his hands. According to the Jamaica Observer, we said he then escaped from Cartel's grasp and jumped over the fence of the property. Matsus will be eligible for parole after 27.5 years, while the other two co-convicts, Sean Storm Campbell and Kahira Jones, will be eligible after 22.5 years each. Cartel must serve at least 22.5 years before becoming eligible for parole.